Hello everyone, the EF Scale Nerd here again, and I am finally doing the first showcase on the Lassen Volcanic National Park recreation in Minecraft. This will be part 1. Um, so we'll get right on with it. So, where I'm currently at, and yes, my cousin is in the server also. So currently I am on the road that goes up towards the Butte Lake area, and over here is Old Station, which we'll get to in another part. But for now, we're gonna this first part will take us to the Butte Lake area and a little bit towards Mount Lassen. So as you can see, this map is not one-to-one scale. So the volcanoes are not. I mean, it's the terrain. It's shaped how it's supposed to be, but it's not like the true height. Like they're not as big as they are in real life, so they are a lot smaller than what they are. Because that cinder cone right there is a lot bigger in person than it is in Minecraft, as you can see. So here's the turn that goes to Butte Lake. So over there's a bunch of cinder cones, which are, I believe, part of the Poison Lake chain. So as you can see, there's West Prospect Peak, and there's Prospect Peak. So as you go down this road, which is not as bumpy as it is in real life, that's the good side of it. So now we're pretty much in the Lassen Volcanic National Park area. So this area, this is the Cindercon Lassen Valley Railroad main yard. We just had some renovations done. The roundhouse is different. It used to be a lot smaller about a month or so ago, but then it got changed. And then these are our little vehicles to fly around and get to places quicker if needed. So yes, in real life, this railroad does not exist. So this is kind of just a made-up thing that we put in. So this is the Butte Lake Campground Yard. This is like the first major stop during tour trains. The station was a lot different when we first began working on this map. As you can see, we have some timelines here.
And folks, I will be posting a separate video of the full-on tour from Butte Lake to Coney Mines. So don't worry, that'll be done soon.
Alright, here, this trail here does not exist in real life also. I put this in myself. It goes out towards the Lassen Wilderness. So then here is the actual campsite area, and then here's the lake. So if I'm correct, our campsite that we were at this past week when we were up at Lassen was somewhere around in this area, if I'm correct. And as you can see, this is the fantastic lava beds. And then we had some new lava flow from Cindercone, which, yes, even though Cindercone in real life is extinct, but since this is Minecraft, it's kind of this whatever. We can do whatever we want. You know the deal. So as you can see, a bunch of railroad crossings here. Now we are planning on removing most of these soon. And here's the trail that goes up the Prospect Peak. So this right here, this is Pinnacle Peak. Now this is not an actual volcano in real life, but this little peak right here does exist. This volcano caused the railroad to shut down back in 1970. And as you can see, It has some fumarole, has some sulfur deposits because, well, it is releasing sulfuric gases and volcanic gases at the moment. Because, well, about 2 or 3 months ago, it did erupt. As you can see, these lava flows were black before, but now they're not black anymore. Now, Pinnacle Peak is a lava cone instead of a shield volcano. And then here's Prospect Peak. Now, I am not sure if Prospect Peak is flat, completely flat on top, but this is just how it generated it. And there's West Prospect Peak, and then there's the cinder cone that sits in between West Prospect Peak and Prospect Peak. And you can see Old Station all the way out there. And then here's Cinder Cone. As you can see, we added these signs in ourselves, well, obviously. But here's the top. As you can see, this is new volcanic rock right here. Because, well, like I said before, it did erupt like a month or a couple weeks ago, if I'm correct. And the basal vent produced the lava flow. And then the train tracks go around and then past Cinder Cone and goes to the west. And right here is the Painted Dunes, which is the orange and white and brown areas. And there's Snag Lake right there. And then over here, this is Fairfield Peak, which is another cinder cone. This is a little spur of track that goes past it, and this up here, this is Crater Butte Gulch. This is a made up like old western town that we made up, and I built these buildings myself, except for those two right over there. Oh, and that one over there also. It was established in 1876. Then we have like a little train station here in the middle. These signals do work. If you go in here, put that on. As you can see, it flips the switch. The signal, I meant. And here's Crater Butte itself. And this is a custom like little banner that I made. It's the Silicon Lassen Valley Railroad flag. And here's the top of Crater Butte with a little bucket of water. And then there's a trail that goes behind it that goes from over there. And then you can see there in the distance Mount Lassen, as you can see. And Chaos Crags all the way out there. And here's Horseshoe Lake. And then the train tracks go out over this trail. Yes, this is Southern Pacific. This area of track was built by the Southern Pacific. And here's Juniper Lake. And then here's Mount Harkness, which is the other shield volcano in Lassen Volcanic National Park. Now, as you can see, yes, it is a lot smaller than how it should look, but it's kind of, I had it generate this, like if this was like a naturally generated Minecraft world, this is what I believe how it would generate. So kind of like this. So this is where the Mount Harkness Fire Watchtower would be, right up here. Then we have a little switch track So this track is still a work in progress. I haven't gotten a chance to work on it. Um, this goes to Lake Elminar. I don't know how you say it. I say Lake Elminar. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this track goes all the way down to Lake Elminar, which I will get to in another part, which will probably be like, I don't know, part 3 or 4, which will be like the all the other stuff outside of the Lassen National Park. Now, the lakes are only a block deep because I didn't know how to make the lakes deeper myself, so I kind of just left it as it was. And then if we go out over this way, here's Fairfield Peak again. Here's Fairfield and Prospect Peak Junction. This right here, it was the original station for a while. It was just called Fairfield Peak Station. And the reason why I would change it is because, well, the track there was a switch around right here. You used to go up this way and go to Fairfield Peak. But every time we do a tour train, we'll just go along the main track. We wouldn't even stop at this track. Even if we did, it was pretty rare that we did. So now it's just kind of like a little site to where you can come and see it. And then this is the new station right over here. We have some redwood trees surrounding it. And then we have like a little detailing right here with a dead log to show like the soot and smoke slowly charring the wood on the trees. Now this switch right here would go out to Old Station, and if you were to keep following it, it would take you north to Shasta, which I will show Shasta in probably a different series. And then over here, over here is Badger Mountain and Badger Burrow, which I believe this is what this is right here. And I believe Badger Burrow, which is what this is, I believe is a cinder cone from what it looks like, because it has like a bowl-shaped crater here. But do correct me if I'm wrong. And Badger Mountain right here. And then over here, where all these trees are at, right over here, this is Humpback Cone, which is an actual cinder cone in Lassen, but that actually does not have a name, so I gave it Humpback Cone. Gave it the name Humpback Cone because, well, kind of looks like a camel's hump from back here. So it kind of looks like a camel's hump, so it's called Humpback Cone. And that over here, this little thing right here, this is a horseshoe crater. This is another cinder cone that's also in Lassen. It's not really a horseshoe shape, but it's close enough to be a horseshoe. And you can see Lassen Peak there in the distance. And if we go over here, actually I think we might be able to get to everything in the very first video. So yeah, I'll just show everything in the first video, and then the second video I'll make will be on anything I missed and stuff.